Hi, I'm Steve. Welcome to Guitar Works. Today I'm going to be playing a solo guitar arrangement of How Great Thou Art. It's a great old song made popular many, many years ago by the Billy Graham Crusades. And afterwards, stick around. We'll talk guitar, technique, and theory as it might apply to this song. Hope you like it. So in talking about this arrangement, I'd like to emphasize motion to create interest. It doesn't always have to be that way. I just heard a great rendition of this song that was just arpeggiated piano with a beautiful vocal. First two measures, all the tonic chord, same arpeggio through. Second two measures were the four chord. Very simple, very little movement, but it's an artistic choice. I like to have more movement, especially when it's a solo guitar piece. So I'm going to talk about bass motion and passing chords. So let's go to the guitar. There's a PDF of the tablature below for those who want to dig in deeper. There might be a few differences from what I just played, but the tab should be pretty close, actually. Now, there's really only 2 points I want to touch on briefly in this video: bass motion and passing chords. And I'm not going to talk about single note lines, unusual chord voicings, anything like that. But I should probably mention that I'm using a pick throughout with just a little bit of hybrid picking. So it's very, very important that I mute the strings that aren't supposed to ring out. Even though I could play all strings, only 3 are ringing out. For the E, the 1, 5, and 1 octave. And then walking up. the chords to this song are simple. You look at most chord charts, and in the first 4 bars of the song after the pickup bar, there are really only 2 chords. Tonic for 2 measures going to the 4 chord for 2 measures. And I'm not opposed to playing it very simply, but as a matter of artistic choice, you can add movement within the song. And by the way, learning this by ear is more beneficial than reading a chart. So the first few measures of the song could simply be played the melody is, but instead of just playing, I want to do a walk up with bass. The E chord is the 5 chord, and I'm playing 1, 2, and 3 of E before landing on the tonic 1 chord of A, right? So on the second, right there, that's hybrid. Right? Now likewise, after I land on the A, I play A with a C sharp or a third in the bass, which leads nicely to the 4 chord, D. And then I walk down. So bass motion can add a lot of interest to the song. What I encourage you to do is look at the PDF to see where this is happening, or just listen to the song to hear where it's happening, and maybe do a study on bass line movement. Generally, it's diatonic, meaning the notes of the major scale. The first is 1, 2, 3. And the second verse, I'm doing an alteration of that, which is 3, 4, 5. Bass motion, very, very important. But in addition to bass motion, I'm using some diminished chords as passing chords. Diminished are interesting. They are very unsettling sounding. They repeat themselves every 3 frets. And they sound kind of creepy because they are so unsettling, like an old scary movie. Diminished chords can be used when you have a whole step between, like 1 major, 2 minor, 3 minor. You could put diminished in between. The first introduction of the diminished chord is now that's really the 1 chord that's the tonic is diminished, and then it resolves to major. So use your ear, find where diminished chords work well. During the second verse, I'm using which is there's sharp 4 diminished. I land on 1, then go half step up with a diminished. So experiment where the diminished chords sound good. Don't get too hung up on theory. There's a lot of great players that can't explain the theory behind what they're doing, but they just know what sounds good. There's another part of the song where I'm using a walk down, and that is and while there is bass motion going on, A, G sharp, F sharp, E, I'm also changing the chords. A, E over G sharp, F sharp minor, E. These are all diatonic to the key of A. Experiment where these chords sound good. There's a lot more that can be discussed about this, but I hope that this gives you something to think about and to practice. So thanks for watching. Let me know if this kind of content interests you, and please like and subscribe to this channel. And until next time, keep playing.